Good afternoon and welcome to the North American Bear Center here in Ely, Minnesota. It's right about 4 o'clock Ely time, and I want to welcome all those people here at the North American Bear Center. We have quite a few people down on the main level and just a few people up on the deck, but it's a beautiful day here in Ely compared to the last few days we've had. The last few days have been extremely either windy, rainy, just not really fun days. But today it's really been gorgeous. It's about 70 degrees maybe. The humidity is down. That's a good thing. And we've got a few light fluffy clouds right now. And I'm sure the people here at the Bear Center are saying, why am I giving a weather report? Well, my voice is going worldwide. This is a worldwide podcast. To many of our worldwide visitors, volunteers, supporters, and people that like to watch the antics of Lucky Bear. PTZ driver, we have Lucky Bear at the Rock Den. PTZ driver, Lucky at the Rock Den. I'm going to be giving some instructions to somebody called the PTZ driver. That is a volunteer worldwide that actually pans, tilts, and zooms a camera up here on the deck. And I'll give them instructions as to where some of the action may be going on. I was a little afraid here right before I said where Lucky was, that Lucky managed to get his canine, a couple of his canine teeth in the hole of the cube, and I thought he was going to walk away in the woods with it. Well, he didn't. He got it as far as the rock den, and then it kind of fell, and now he's pushing it along by the rock den. I'll take a minute to tell you where Honey Bear is. Honey Bear is in the window den, relaxing. And one of our volunteers is attempting to get her out, but she's like, nah, I don't think so. Maybe not enough encouragement, or maybe she just wants to take a nap. It's been kind of a busy day here today at the Bear Center as far as bear activity is concerned. At the 11 o'clock enrichment opportunity, we had Holly Bear out by herself for a while, and about half hour into it we had Lucky come down, and Lucky and Holly played for probably 45 minutes to an hour. BTC driver Honey Bear has come out of the window den. BTC driver Honey Bear has come out of the window den. We have Lucky by the rock den, Honey by the window den. PTZ driver focus on the swing. We have Holly Bear at the swing. We have 3 bears out. Holly Bear at the swing, Lucky near the window den, Honey, Lucky at the rock den, Honey at the window den, and Holly has seen Honey. There was a lot of real quick action there, and let me explain what happened. I was looking out, and Holly came out by the swing. She got up on her hind legs, and she immediately saw Honey Bear. What's significant about that is Honey is a female, and Honey Bear is teaching Holly who's running the show here. It's not Holly, it's Honey. So Holly Bear took off into the woods. Not real excited, but she did go back into the woods near the swing. For the PTC driver, I happen to be stationed at the clover patch end of the deck. And as I'm talking, I'm looking for Holly Bear. I suspect she's going to peek out again, and she may come out if Honey goes back into the window den. Her buddy Lucky is out, and as I was saying before she interrupted me, Lucky and Holly played for about an hour, from about 11:30 to about 12:30-ish. And it was very significant because we saw Lucky laying on his back and letting Holly play with him. And then we saw Holly on her back. Lucky was being very gentle. Lucky showed absolutely no strength at all. He was just being just kind of a nice big brother to her. For those of you visiting the Bear Center here that have not seen us use these enrichment toys, what's significant about these cubes or blocks is it really demonstrates problem solving and what do they have to do to get food. It's not unlike what they might have to do in a rotten log. They have to tear it apart to eat the immature ants or maybe a bee colony, or they maybe have to move a heavy rock. What do they have to do to forage for food? PTZ driver, we have Lucky on the scale, Honey in front of the window den, and at the moment I don't see Holly. One of the bears that is not out right now, and that's Ted Bear. We've been working with Ted and in concert with our veterinarian here, actually a couple veterinarians. They've asked that we could confine him to his pen for a little bit because of his right front ankle paw. I just recently sent some pictures to a volunteer to be posted on Bear Chat Picture Place on Facebook. Again, that's Bear Chat Picture Place on Facebook, where all my impromptu pictures are posted with the help of a volunteer, which I really appreciate. They should be up probably shortly. And they are pictures of Ted Bear in Honey's haven. We have moved Ted from his typical enclosure because we are expanding his enclosure later this month, and we're doing some preparatory work to make that happen. So he's relaxing in Honey's pen. He's really made himself quite comfortable. I have seen him walk on that leg, but he is getting less activity. He seems fine. He's good-natured. He's very interested in people yet. In fact, we had the bear study class ended here today, Dr. Rogers' bear study class, and he was up to making his usual noise to all the people in the class. So his demeanor is good, and we are continuing to give appropriate medication as directed. So if any of you are on Facebook, feel free to go check out Bear Chat Picture Place. The pictures were taken today, July 2nd, at approximately 3:15 this afternoon. For those of you that have never been to the Bear Center, we have 2.5 acres here for our 4 bears. It's all natural, except for the pond and obviously the waterfalls and a few of the things around the pond and some of the big rock formations that created the waterfalls. It is a very natural environment. So it's not always that you're going to see a bear in the first 2 minutes you arrive. But as they cruise through and during bear enrichment, which we have 3 times a day, 11, 1, and 4, I believe bears wear a Timex watch. It's interestingly enough that on many occasions, PTZ driver Honey just went in the window den. Lucky is at the pat tree. I up on the deck here heard Honey vocalize, and she went, she kind of blew at Lucky, went into her den, and now she's come back out again. Honey is an interesting bear. She's She's really got a sweet personality, but she does not like bears close to her. She likes her space and very much prefers to be by herself, which is the opposite of Ted Bear. Ted, he likes people and enjoys the company of people. Lucky is happy-go-lucky, just a happy guy, and he's a very curious bear. So whenever we're out and about in the enclosure, or around, I should say around the enclosure, Lucky's curious and wants to know what we're doing. Especially our maintenance guy, Glenn. When Glenn is always fixing something or improving something, he's always being supervised by Lucky. As I'm talking about our three bears, I have not seen Holly appear. Again, I've not seen her appear. I'm going to go off mic for a minute and see if I can see her in the white pine. She was in the white pine about an hour ago before she made an appearance. I'm going to see if she went back there, but I'm going to go off mic to do that. Do not see Holly in the white pine. And for those of you here at the Bear Center, the white pine is on the far left of the enclosure, and it's the largest tree on the left with a forked top. It's half dead, but yet the bottom half is alive. It was Lucky's favorite tree when he was a cub in 2007, and it has turned out to be Holly's favorite tree as well. And why is that? Why did they both gravitate to that particular white pine when there's tons of trees here in the 2.5 acres? It's because a white pine is one of a black bear's favorite trees here in this area because of its bark. The bark does not come off very easily, and it is curved. It is curved to fit the paws of a cub, and it is one of the trees that a mother bear, when she comes out of the den in the springtime, March, April, or May, she invariably, the vast majority of the time, will walk her cubs to a white pine for their first day bed after they leave the den. If the mother senses any type of danger, she will grunt, send the cubs up the white pine for their safety. BTC driver, we still don't have Holly out, but we do have Honey at the window den, outside the window den, and we have Lucky right by the scale. And for those of you here at the Bear Center that you may not know, Lucky is right by the scale. It's that box, wooden box, that sits on top of a scale, and when they get on that wooden box with all four of their paws, we're able to weigh them and get a very, very close idea to what they weigh. We're hoping to see Holly again here later today, although with Honey out, that 50-50 chance of seeing her. She would come out if it was just Lucky, because we clearly have seen that Lucky and Holly are beginning to create a friendship, play. She's reasonably confident with Lucky. On the other hand, we have Honey, who will tree her in a rather quick manner. Holly will run to the nearest tree, climb up it, and in most cases, Honey Bear will run right to the tree and slap the base of the tree. As much to say to Holly, I'm the boss, you better listen to me and do what I say and get up that tree. Holly has to learn how to work with Honey. She is the smaller female, Holly is, and it is a matriarchal society in the wild. That is the way of the wild. Females really run the show. It's quite interesting when the mother bear has cubs. If she has, for example, 2 cubs, a male and a female, those cubs stay with the mother for 18 months, 17 or 18 months, and then they have what they call family breakup, where the mother actively shoos the cubs away and the mother starts looking for a mate, because June is mating season. But what's interesting, when she shoos her 2 cubs away, and in my example, one a male and one a female, she actually will give part of her territory to her daughter. And the average size of the mother bears here in the Ely area is about 6 miles. She will grant her female cub part of her territory as a starter territory. She does not do that to the male cub. He must leave the territory, and he will in time. So what you see here in captivity is Honey telling Holly who the boss is. And Holly has 2 places here that she feels safe. One of them is the white pine that I've talked about earlier, and the other one is a refuge deadfall just on the opposite side of the pond from the bear center, about 20 to 30 feet in. There's 2 big deadfalls there that she climbs up, and that was her first refuge location when she came out in the 2.5 acres in late May. I want to thank all of you for coming to the Bear Center today. This is our last bear enrichment for the day today. That doesn't mean the bears won't be out again. I suspect Holly may come out because she knows there's food down here, so it becomes her food source. And if Lucky's out, I suspect they will play. If Lucky's not out, Honey's out, I suspect Honey will attempt to tree Holly. Either way, there will be more than likely further interaction once I end this podcast. I want to thank the PTZ driver for driving our camera today so our worldwide viewers can not only hear my voice, but they can see some activity. And I also want to thank the people here at the North American Bear Center that came to visit us today. We know you have many other options for your educational learning and your entertainment. We're glad you came here to the Bear Center to learn about black bears. Our goal here at the North American Bear Center is to dispel myths and misperceptions about black bears. And I know many people come here with many myths and misperceptions that are really not supported by scientific fact. We'll certainly help you work through some of those issues with our exhibits, as well as visiting with staff members and volunteers here at the Bear Center. We also have 2 BBC documentaries here at the Bear Center that were filmed 2010 and 2012 here in the Ely area. They'll be playing until 7 o'clock, which is our closing time. We're open every day now until sometime after Labor Day, 9 to 7 p.m. daily. Our next enrichment will be our 11 a.m. broadcast tomorrow. We hope you join and tune us in at 11 o'clock tomorrow to continue the adventures of Ted, Lucky, Honey, and now Holly. Thank you very much, and wherever your travels take you, please be safe.